Today, from Portland, Oregon, it's Week 2 of the NFL on EA Sports. It's the Portland Lumberjacks taking on the Dublin Antlers.
EA Sports coverage of the National Football League is on the air. Today, after a crazy opening weekend, it's on to Week 2, and we've got a good one here between the Dublin Antlers and the Portland Lumberjacks. Along with Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gaudin. And Charles, we look at this Portland team entering play. They've been buoyed by getting 2 home games right at the start, and they come off a good victory in Week 1. Meanwhile, for the visiting Dubliners, they come into this one after a... The first game's out of the way. Time to buckle down for the long season ahead, and we're off in Week 2. Fields it right around the goal line. And he'll be stopped up at the 25. So out comes this offense to take over for the first time. And they will be led out by their rookie quarterback.
For every rookie prospect, there are always nerves involved in this moment. Running your team out to start a game. But there's a reason they brought him in. We're willing to make him their starter today. They believe he can overcome those nerves and lead his team to a victory. We saw him do it at the collegiate level and really make himself into a leader and someone you can envision doing the exact same thing here in the NFL.
He works his way forward to pick up 4 yards there, second down. Well, this defense very strong in that victory from a week ago.
Yeah, and what stood out to me on tape, the way they were flying to the football. So that tells me that they've got all their assignments down and they're playing with extreme confidence.
Following the pickup of 4, here's 2nd and 6. And they take him down, losing yardage back at the 27. That's a big loss of 3, and it brings up 3rd down.
An interesting and intriguing decision there defensively because they kept extra DBs on the field despite seeing the multiple tight end look that came out for the offense.
I thought they were going to switch out of it. I didn't know if they felt they didn't have time or what the case was.
Well, in any event, the extra speed allowed for great penetration as they stuffed that one behind the line of scrimmage.
So trouble already here on their opening drive. This is 3rd and 9. Operating from the gun. Drew. He's got the hook up to Floyd. And he'll be out of bounds across the 30-yard line. So they bring out their punter. He'll kick it away after a 3-and-out on the opening drive of the game. And last week in the loss, 5 punts as he gets this one away. That'll be a 43-yard punt, just a single yard on the return. And it will be 1st and 10 as they take over. So now we'll get a look at the other offensive unit as they come out for their first possession. And they will be led out by their rookie quarterback.
And what a game in his NFL debut last week as he showed why this franchise is so high on him. They got early dividends as he threw 3 touchdown passes, and he looks to build on that success coming into this one.
On 1st and 10, Cobb over the middle, complete. It's Leonard. And they're able to get this one across the 35. They may want to go back to that one. First play of the drive, good for 15 and a 1st down.
A nice throw right there. And, Charles, this is game number 2 in the NFL for this young rookie. His guys getting the victory last week, and he played pretty well by most accounts. Curious, what did you see?
I saw something similar to what you described, Brandon, because I saw a guy who looked the part, a guy who was in command, not just with the touchdown passes, but definitely looked to be in control of the offense as well. And you and I both know that's often uncommon for a rookie quarterback.
All right, rifles one, and that's going to be intercepted.
And he will take this one home. It's a touchdown.
So, Charles, our first points of the game provided defensively. What a play that was.
And I can only imagine that the folks at home watching are thinking to themselves, that's one of those plays where once the ball leaves the quarterback's hands, you just sort of go, uh-oh, and wait for the result. This time, the defense benefited.
A try here for the extra point. And it's good to make it 7-0. A heck of a play there defensively, getting the interception, navigating his way into the end zone for the touchdown. So they'll get another shot on offense following that pick six, and now the kick is away.
Taking it about the 1. And he'll get it up just past the 20 as his guys will go to work at the 21-yard line. Back onto the field comes this offense, ready for their second drive. And remember, they were just out here a moment ago through the pick six, so we'll see if they can take better care of the football this go-around.
And sometimes, partner, I think it's almost better that you just throw the pick six and you come right back out on the field. You're not over on the sidelines dwelling for it for very long. You're not hearing everyone say, oh, hey, you'll get them next time. Hey, don't worry about it. All that stuff just goes right out the window. You're right back out on the field with a chance to atone.
It'll be a loss of 10, and it'll bring up second.
Not the start to this one that any quarterback would want or envision. Remember, he had the pick six, and here he ends up on his backside.
And you have to wonder to yourself, okay, after throwing the pick six, did he get too careful with the football and not deliver downfield and take that sack? They've got to make sure that he's really into this game.
On second down, Collins. And some room for him there as he'll take this up to about the 15. Throwing on third and long. Cobb.
Oh, that's into double coverage and intercepted.
And they're going to be set up in the red zone right around the 17-yard line. Second interception for him now here in this first half. And you got to think he's a rookie, Charles. How much does confidence start to become a factor?
I think that's a great question because that's what they're going to check on when he gets to the sidelines. The coach is going to check on it. His teammates are going to check on it because when you haven't done it before, it's not something that's part of you. You got to see how you're going to react. Let's see how he bounces back.
Yeah, because 2 interceptions for him in college and a half. I mean, that just didn't happen.
They'll run on first down. It's Floyd. And he is going to be stopped cold behind the line of scrimmage. Officially, it's a 1-yard loss. That's going to bring up second and 11.
Part of their struggles last week was getting these negative plays on first and second down. That's something they have to be wary of as this game continues.
A loss of a yard there to start out. That leads to a second and 11.
Back to throw. Drew. He's got Floyd out left.
And he's going to be marked down just outside the 10.
Well, they were handed great starting field position on this drive, but now they face a 3rd and 4. Looking to throw. Drew got a man, and he hits him in stride. And oh, he's just going to be short here, barely. Maybe by a half a foot. It'll be 4th and inches.
I thought they might take a shot down the field, but instead they ran a little drag route there. I think they were hoping he could catch it and run away from the defender. But a really good job keeping the play in front of them, and they force a 4th down.
Now on 4th down, out comes the field goal unit here. From the left hash, should be a fairly easy one here. And his kick here is good. And that will extend their lead even further.
So the interception set him up with terrific field position, but 3 points, the end result.
Yeah, we can make this one pretty simple, partner. You always want to end drives with points, but that's one that you're going to look back on and probably say, we should have done better there.
And he'll go down as this drive will start at the 25-yard line. Been a nightmare of a first quarter for him. 2 interceptions, 1 return for a touchdown. As he starts again here, 1st and 10.
Trying to shake off the interception from the last drive. He'll look to throw. He's going to get this one out to his fullback. Ball on the 30. They'll come up with a 2nd and 5. Back to throw. Cobb. He finds his man. Complete. It's Barnett. And he gets this to the 35. Good for a gain of 5. That's a staple of this offense. Drag route to the tight end.
Yeah, he's unable to use his size to break off much more yardage after the catch, but still an effective gain nonetheless.
They'll try and run forward with Collins.
And good running there as he'll take this all the way up to midfield. An unfortunate time for the penalty there. That cancels out a positive play from this offense.
Well, not to sound too trite or too accepting, but you and I both know it happens. You got to accept it and move on. Yardage, you got to get back. Focus on the next play. Move on.
Yeah, this pass broken up. Excellent coverage there on 3rd down, as that was not an easy one to hold on to.
I know this offense was expecting to do big things, but it certainly hasn't turned out that way, at least not through the first 3 drives. They're definitely going to have to put their heads together and start concocting some offense that'll move the ball downfield.
And the win last week punted 4 times as this one's away. They'll call it a punt of 44 yards. The return was for 7.
Dublin's offense now set to take over.
It's been an awfully slow start for them. This is their 3rd possession. They don't have a first down yet.
So that means they have to change up what they're doing, and for some teams, it's a change in tempo, usually moving it to more up-tempo type of an offense just to try and change their fortunes right now. What they've been doing so far isn't working. Maybe they'll do that.
He had to fight that time. Ran through 1 tackle, but ultimately he's only going to get back to the line of scrimmage. Looking to throw on 2nd down. Drew. They get 7 out of that, so they're left with a 3rd and 3.
Coming up here looking for 3 yards to pick up the first.
On 3rd and short, they'll try and pick it up through the air.
And this pass broken up. And the contact well timed there, and now 4th down.
Well, they came up with points in their first 2 possessions, but it looks like they'll come up empty here on their 3rd drive. The defense finally starting to get locked into them a little bit. Might have to go a little bit deeper into their playbook on their next possession.
And on now is the punter, as he'll kick it away for the 2nd time. Fair catch called. It's taken in right at the 20-yard line. It'll be a 39-yard punt, no return.
And they will take over 1st and 10. Portland's offense now about set to take over.
They'll look to get something started. They need to, down 10-0 early, as they've got it 1st and 10. Off play action. Cobb. He finds his man. Complete. It's Barnett. And he's brought down at the 24 after a gain of 4. They'll come up 2nd and 6 now from the 24. Looking to throw. Cobb drops it underneath for Collins. And he will lose yardage here back at the 23-yard line. A loss on that play, and now 3rd down gets tougher. 3rd and 6.
Heck of a play there to get to him quickly and get him down for a loss.
I think they did a really nice job getting ready for this game, scouting, watching film, and understanding defensively what the play design was.
Yellow, 22. Set, hut, ready.
To throw on third down. Cobb throwing middle, and it's complete. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. First time they've hooked up here. Good for 17 and a first down.
You can almost hear the sigh of relief coming from their sideline and from their point on the field, because this has been a tough start for them thus far. A much-needed first down there. They needed something good to happen. Plays like that will continue to help them dig out of this hole.
Here we go. 52 Blue.
They'll look to throw again. Firing quickly here, and that's complete. This will be stopped about 2 yards shy of the marker. 8-yard gain, 2nd and 2. He was locked in. 2 trips to the end zone, Charles, over 100 yards receiving.
How about the combination of route running, confidence going downfield, and the ability to go up and get the football? You're exactly right. It was hard for them to stop him.
And just 1 yard here from the 49 to the 50.
Ready?
3rd and inches, and they've got some extra beef up front. 3 tight ends.
Nowhere to go here. He lost the football. And the defense will get their hands on it, going the other way. And he's going to get this one to the 23-yard line. The pocket collapsed around him. I know we talk about it a lot, but a QB has to have that sixth sense, doesn't he?
He really does, and I know of one team at one point was training their quarterback with that time frame, and anytime he didn't get rid of the ball within the right amount of time, they would blow a horn or blow a whistle to show him this is what that time is, just what you're talking about, training him to understand this is the amount you have, make sure the ball's gone. Didn't happen in this case.
Nothing open downfield, so he'll throw it away. Once again, they'll go from the 23-yard line on 2nd and 10. Back to throw. Drew. And this is Floyd, complete.
And he's going to be brought down at about the 16.
From the gun on 3rd down. Drew.
And this pass broken up. Excellent coverage there on 3rd down, as that was not an easy one to hold on to.
Brandon, we saw these defenders flying to the football in their win last week, and nothing has changed. They're still moving around quickly and forcing incompletions.
So now for the 2nd time already here in this quarter, on comes the field goal unit. From the right hash, this from 33. And his kick is indeed good, and that will extend their lead even further.
So the fumble recovery had them set up in ideal field position, but they can muster only 3 points out of it.
Yeah, when you're able to force turnovers, especially when it results in field position like they had, you really want to make it hurt. Here, they take the field goal. That's definitely not what they were hoping for.
Portland's offense now about set to take over.
They find themselves in a good-sized hole here, and a good-sized hole early on in this game as they come up on 1st down. They come up with exactly 1 minute to go in this first quarter. Throwing to start the drive. Cobb. And this will be incomplete. Physical play on the football there, and it's 2nd down.
That's what you're going to need to do against those big receivers. You got to get in there and get physical with them. That time he got in close, got in tight, and knocked the ball away.
So after the incompletion on 1st, now 2nd and 10. Looking to throw. Cobb got his man complete over the middle. That's Leonard. And he'll get this up to the 34-yard line. From the 34 now, here's 1st and 10. Operating from the gun. Cobb. He finds his man complete. That's Leonard. And he'll go out near midfield at the 49. Another 1st down as they call his number again. He's got 15 yards here.
In today's football, where receivers break tackles, make people miss, get upfield for the extra yardage, when you see a play like that where it's caught and he's dropped on the spot, that's a big-time play by the defense.
Ready, go.
Back to throw again. And that one is incomplete. And it also concludes quarter number one. 13-0 is the score after one on EA Sports. So they'll come up after the incompletion for second down. Off the play fake. Cobb. It's caught inside the 25. And he'll be brought down at about the 23-yard line. Well, we know he's got the speed there. He needed the speed and the hands. A great catch.
And because of that speed, you have to respect it as a defender. So you have to either play off or make sure you're somehow in contact with him. And he's able to do exactly what you said. Use the speed to his advantage and go up and get the football. That's a big-time play right there.
Throwing on first down. Cobb. Under pressure, and down he goes. They sack him back at the 36. The defense rising to the challenge and setting him back on the sack.
He continues, Charles, to be under constant pressure, and these sacks, they're starting to pile up.
And if they want to have a realistic chance in this one, they've got to change their blocking assignments. They've got to do a better job to keep him upright. If he's going to be on the deck constantly, they've got no chance to win this game.
Sacks, a growing theme in this first half. This is second and long. Back to throw. Cobb. He finds his man. That's Sweeney. And this will be a gain of 5 as he gets it to the 30.
What I love about watching the passing game nowadays is that the one-dimensional receiver is really starting to leave the game. You've got to be able to do it all. Of course, you got to run fast. Of course, you got to catch the ball. But route running savvy and toughness, there's a premium for all of that now.
Throwing on third and long. Cobb. And for the third time here in this half, it's intercepted. And he'll get this back to the 32-yard line. That pick hurts a little extra because it was third down. You were already in field goal range.
You know what he's going to hear all night, all next week? Situational football. Understand what's going on, because you expressed it perfectly. 3 points were in their hip pocket. They had those. Now, those went by the wayside. You cannot make those kind of mistakes.
It's what you call a rookie mistake. From the 32 now, here's first and 10. Throwing to start the drive. Drew. Quick hitter here. It's complete. That'll go for a gain of 7. And it's second down. Looking to throw. Drew. He gets it left side to Johnson.
And they're going to get this up to midfield. Things looking much rosier for them here in week 2. They work with the lead as they've got it first and 10.
Looking left sideline, it's complete.
And they're going to work this down to about the 32-yard line.
If you're going to blitz, likely going to leave you in man coverage with this guy, and that is less than ideal.
It is, because just about any offense that has an elite receiver, if you blitz and have him in man coverage, you're going to him, even if he has an elite defender on him, because he usually knows where the ball is before the defender does.
On first down, Drew. He finds his man, complete. That's Lamb.
And he'll be brought down at the 27.
Brandon, perfect defense in this situation would have meant that there was an incompletion that would have picked it off. Okay, so they gave up the completion. But I really enjoyed watching how the defense stayed in sync, stayed in great communication. And as he dragged across each zone, you see him pointing, communicating. There he is, and they passed him off to each defender. Ended up making a nice play, even though it was complete.
Pressure applied, and he's going to be taken down. They sack him back at the 33-yard line.
Multiple players combined for their team's first sack of the game.
They've gobbled up over 30 yards of turf so far, but a sack knocks them backwards. And that interrupts the momentum they were building. Good opportunity for the defense to escape this drive before they get to the end zone.
The offense on third down, not good. 0 for 4 thus far. This is 3rd and 11. Back to throw. Drew, and that's going to be incomplete. The coverage too good there. The contact popped the ball free, and it's 4th down. And this will split the uprights. It's right down the middle, and that will extend their lead even further.
Well, they already had the early lead, and they get the interception, Charles, and now they add 3 more with the field goal.
Yeah, they're in control of how this game is playing out so far. You mentioned the early lead. Now they're expanding on it, getting plays on both sides of the ball. A winning recipe if they can keep this up.
Now this offense back out and set to go for their next drive. As the offense comes out here, Charles, remember they threw the interception last time out, but they were moving the football down the field. Looked like they were going to have a sustained drive that ended in points, but then the pick ensued.
And because of that, there's no way you can call the last drive a success. Yes, there are things to build on because they found some play calls that work. Now, they've got to build another drive and find a way to avoid the turnover the play did on the last one.
It's a 6-yard pickup, and it gets them to 2nd and 4.
If you're in the offensive huddle, you're smiling after that play because you've certainly got them guessing now. 2nd and short, could they just hand it off for another big gain? Or did they take advantage of this spot to take a big shot downfield?
Second catch for him today, and it'll wind up a 1st down. They'll run the counter with Collins, and he'll just plow right into a host of tacklers. Nothing there at all, and it'll be 2nd and 10. So after the run for no gain, here's 2nd and 10. Off play action. Cobb. He's got a man. That's caught. Left sideline. And he gets this to the other side of midfield across the 45 before going out. 3rd catch of this first half for him, and this one is a 1st down.
Well, these guys have definitely been outplayed in the first half, but I like their countenance. I like the way that they haven't panicked out there, the way they're carrying themselves. They were starting to move the ball, and what you have to do, maintain your poise, and start to put together some drives.
This offense finding its legs now. Here's another 1st and 10. Looking to throw. Cobb. And a quick throw here, that's complete.
And he'll be brought down inside the 40-yard line.
To throw on 2nd down. Cobb, he finds his man, complete. That's Leonard. And he goes down at the 26. A pickup of 13, and that last play began at the 13. 1st down. On 1st and 10. Cobb.
And that is incomplete. Oh, the coverage a little too good there, and it's 2nd down.
Oh, nice defensive effort there, providing the hit as the ball got to the receiver, separates him from the catch, and normally he's a sure-handed target.
Throwing again on 2nd and 10. Cobb, he finds his man, complete. It's Barnett.
And they've got this down to about the 12-yard line. From down at the 12, it's 1st and 10.
Back to throw. Cobb, looking left side, and he's got a man. That's Collins.
And he's going to be marked down just outside the 10.
As a defense, you're more balanced when you're in zone coverage because you're able to keep your eyes on the quarterback and see the play develop in front of you. You're able to keep the quick pass in front of them and stop it right at the line of scrimmage.
They run over center with Collins, and he'll find his way down inside the 10 to the 9-yard line.
So that time they get the tight end on the hold.
Normally he's a pretty good run blocker, but this time he just didn't get his arms extended and let go quickly enough. The flag came out as a result.
Give him 6 on the run. They're going to be faced now with a 3rd and 12.
We'll see what they have drawn up here. A little bit behind the line. 12 yards needed to gain a 1st down.
And he'll be taken down, but he does have 1st down yardage. The drive stays intact with a pickup of 13.
Okay, CD, second quarter, look at their deficit and where they're at on the field. They're going for this, right?
I think that they are, because down at this point, they've just made that big move. Ride the momentum wave while you can. I know people think, hey, you got to get some points here. Hey, you're riding it big time. Go get it done.
First and goal, and they got to be thinking a chance to get right back into this football game. Now they'll run the option to the short side left. And he is met at the line of scrimmage, and he goes down right there. No gain there as he kept it himself at second down.
Well, for that being an option play, there really weren't too many options available for him, were there?
No, there weren't, and at least he was able to get back to the line of scrimmage, so he didn't lose.
And he is into the end zone for a touchdown. A great effort there. His first touchdown of the new season.
And the Lumberjacks get a bit closer.
Now for the point after. It's good, and that cuts it to 9 at 16-7. So that drive spans 13 plays. So the lead is now dwindled to 9 as the kick here is away.
And this will not be returned. It'll come out to the 25. And now this offense comes back out onto the field. Last time out, you remember their drive stalled, but thanks to their kicker, booted a long field goal to at least get them 3. Now here they'll try to do better and find the end zone.
And in our experience, how much fun is it for coaches to know that they've got a kicker who can nail it from long distance? Now, the hard part is, as an offensive play caller, you don't want that in your head too much where you're relying on it, and he goes out and gets the job done for them. But I'm quite sure he would be content to just kick extra points from here on out.
Yeah, absolutely no question. I think his teammates would be okay with him just kicking the extra points as well. Now this airmail to the sideline. It's incomplete. And there don't appear to be any flags forthcoming. Maybe a little fortunate there. It's third down. And he'll be tackled right on the chalk of the 45. 15 yards through the air and a first down. So he turned to a trusted, familiar face in that third down situation. It paid off.
Yeah, you go to your veteran receiver in that spot, so you can't underestimate him when he's on the field. Defensively, make sure you know where he is because he understands how to get open in key situations.
Throwing on first down. Drew. And it's a short one here, complete to the tight end. Now before this second down play, we'll get whistles and a timeout, as the clock will stop with 55 seconds to go until halftime. Looking to throw on second down. Drew.
And they'll get this down to around the 47-yard line.
Now another timeout called for by the offense as they get the stoppage with a little over 50 seconds to go in the first half. On 3rd and 2, Drew. Firing quickly here, and that's complete. And he'll go out of bounds after taking it a little further down inside the 40. Back-to-back receptions for him, and it's another first down.
I can't help but chuckle a little bit because at this point, it can't be a surprise to anyone in the building who's going to get the ball. They just keep feeding him over and over, and he just keeps on delivering.
So here's a 1st and 10 at the 38. Now they'll throw here out of the gun. Quick hitter here, it's complete.
And he'll be taken down here just shy of the 30.
To throw on second down. Drew. And he's got his man on the out route. And we're going to get a timeout. with 2 seconds remaining in the second quarter.
A little football 101 there. You just see the receiver try to run down the defender, meaning he goes right at him and really trying to move him a little bit towards the center of the field so he can put his foot in the ground and break to the out, to the sideline, and make a catch.
So we come upon halftime in what's a 12-point game at the break. As we'll send you back over to Orlando with our EA Sports Halftime Report, here's Jonathan Coachman.
Okay, Brandon, we'll get you back to you and Charles in a bit, but first it's time for a trip around the NFL following an eventful opening weekend. Let's see what's happening in Week 2. We'll start up in the Pacific Northwest at Lumen Field in Seattle. And it's the Seahawks who have the lead in that one. The Seahawks seem to be on their way to what would be a good victory. Next, we head off to check out another game. And as you see, they were losers earlier this afternoon. 35-21, the final score. Lastly, let's get to the Windy City. See what's happening with the Bears at home at Soldier Field. And they were losers in that one to the visiting Green Bay Packers. The Packers able to even their mark at 1-1 after falling in their opener a week ago. Meanwhile, in our game, it's been a back-and-forth first half. Who can put it together in the second half? For the answer, we turn it back over to our broadcast team of Brandon Godden and Charles Davis.
Okay, Coach, thanks as always to you and the gang in Orlando as we welcome everyone back in for quarter number 3. Out of the end zone comes Johnson. And he's able to get this across the 20, but not by much as he's marked down officially at the 21.
Now here's the signal caller getting ready to lead this offense again. And he's looking to take much better care of the football here in half 2 after 3 first-half interceptions.
We don't have to just look strictly at the numbers here. You know what else happens to a team when you turn it over 3 times like that? It erodes confidence in you, and it erodes confidence in the offense. And now you have the defensive guys looking over and saying, what is going on here? And instead of playing for the team, they're playing angry and mad at their teammates.
3 yards on the pickup there, and it'll be second down.
Well, they still have time to get them established, but in my estimation, they've got to pick up the urgency here. They've got to get quickly in and out of the huddle and run off a bunch more plays.
And again, it's Collins. And he is met in his tracks behind the line of scrimmage. It'll be a loss of a couple on the play, so now third down coming up.
I know they'd love to take some heat off of that young quarterback, but so far, not much in the running game, and this won't help things either. A loss on that play.
This offense in desperate need of a conversion as they come up on third down. Looking to throw. Cobb. He's got a man complete. And he'll have it past midfield almost to the 40 before being taken down. A first down and then some. 36 yards.
There's the arm strength that we saw in college and during the scouting process. And really, it's not just the arm strength there, but the placement as well. To me, that was an excellent combination of arm talent and accuracy.
Work to do here to avoid falling to 1-1, but this is 1st and 10 right now.
Back to throw. Cobb. It's a short one here, complete to his tight end.
And they're going to get this down to about the 37.
When you execute a drag or a crossing route really well and give them a chance to let it develop a little bit, you can gain some significant yardage hitting your tight end on that one.
Here's 2nd and 5 now from the 37.
Collins trying up the middle. And he'll go down at the 28. That one a first down pickup of 8. Now, they struggled to get him rolling on the ground in the first half, and that's sort of continuing here in the third quarter.
Yeah, but I don't think it's time to abandon the running game. I would say keep feeding the horse, and I believe he'll eventually reward them, especially as we get deeper in the game.
On first down, Cobb looking middle, and that's complete.
And they're going to get this down inside the 20.
Now a give to Collins. And he'll get him inside the 15 down to the 14-yard line. A gain of 5, good enough for the first down.
Well, they're hoping that the second half is better for him than the first half. They've got to find a way to get him going. He's a big part of their offense.
Here's a 1st and 10 at the 14-yard line.
Looking to throw. Cobb. This is caught. Touchdown. A 14-yard touchdown.
And the Lumberjacks have cut it back within a score.
Coaches must really like to see that from the quarterback because he's had the interceptions in this game, but they're able to connect on the touchdown pass.
And teammates love to see that because they know that they miss blocks during a game, but they come back and make them later on. They miss tackles, right? They miss making plays, but the spotlight is magnified on your quarterback. And when he stands up to the pressure and comes back and throws a touchdown pass after throwing some picks earlier, they feel great about that guy.
And likewise for him personally, as a rookie quarterback, has to give him more confidence. From a yard or two deep, here comes a return. And he returns this to the 22. Now we take a glance at the offense as they work their way back out for their first possession of the second half. And maybe some renewed pressure on this unit following the touchdown a moment ago. It's back to a one-score game.
And because of that pressure, because it's now a one-score game, they know this is where you need to slow the momentum change. Because otherwise, that could overrun your team. You've got to be careful right here.
Line of scrimmage, the 37 on 1st and 10. Back to throw. Drew. It's a short one here, complete to the tight end.
It certainly feels like there are more stars at the tight end position than there were even 10 years ago. And I think it's become more of a glamour position because of the ways it can hurt a defense, and guys want to be involved. They can be in line, close to the line of scrimmage. They can split out like receivers. But hands, route running, speed, and some toughness to go across the middle, you put it all together, you got a heck of a tight end candidate. I see the surprise in your face there, partner. That is a rare incompletion from him. He's been on point this entire game.
He has percentage completion-wise way up. Not that time. From the gun on 3rd down. Drew. And he's got his man in stride. Complete. These two have hooked up 9 times now this afternoon as they pick up the first. Going old reliable there to the slot on 3rd down.
And the slot position has become the bane of just about every defense's existence because how do you cover? Do you go with a bigger guy to try and use size? Got to try and go with a quicker guy, and sometimes you even get out quick there. Very difficult to match up with that slot receiver. That's why they keep going back to him.
And he's had the hot hand. They go play action here on 1st down. And that's going to be incomplete. Too tough to hold on to that one. It's 2nd down. So now 2nd and 10 after the incompletion on 1st down. Looking to throw. Drew.
A quick throw knocked away and incomplete.
Here comes the 7th play now of this drive as this is 3rd and 10. Back to throw. Drew.
And it's a leaping effort, but it's knocked away and incomplete.
I usually hesitate when I say a guy's got world-class speed, but this guy might. So let's fire the starter's pistol. Let's go. If you've got him, you've got to try and use him. A lot of anticipation with the ball in the air, but no, incomplete.
Now on 4th down, on is the punt team sending this one away. And they'll play keep away from the returner as this one will be marked out of bounds at the 13-yard line. Pretty good spot.
Portland's offense now about set to take over. A long drive last time out for this offense, Charles. If you remember, they started basically in the shadows of their own end zone, marched it down the field, and a lot of that was through the passing game.
And partner, as a former defensive back, I'm having almost a physical reaction watching what's happening right now, but let's give credit.
He's got a man complete. And past the 40 before he's out of bounds. That one nearly 30 yards, 29 officially. Well, even after all those interceptions, he's not deterred, still confident to go deep at work there.
I think all the old rules about playing that position still apply. If things go wrong, you still act like you're the best player out on the field. You still carry that supreme arrogance with you and continue to fire the ball. I've seen guys have games like this, and this is where you find out if you're great or not. Can you overcome some interceptions and still lead your team to victory?
On 1st and 10, Cobb. Over the middle, it's complete.
And they'll get him down on the other side of midfield.
Now Collins. And he'll get it down to the 47 here. 2 yards on the pickup, and that's all they needed to move the sticks.
I have to think a major focus of the halftime meetings had to be figuring out how to create space for the running game to get operating.
Well, what you pointed out to me at half seems accurate. That line has struggled to sustain blocks.
Yeah, I would agree with that totally. They've got to focus on staying on their double teams at the first level, make sure that block's secured before they slide off and try and chip someone at the second level.
Looking to throw on 2nd down. Cobb, throw left side complete. That's Shaw.
And they're going to get this down to about the 37.
They'll come up now on a 2nd and long after the hold. Operating from the gun. Cobb. That's complete. It's Collins. So the completion gets him just a yard. And they're going to be staring at a 3rd and long here. Looking to throw. Cobb.
Another one caught by Collins.
And he's able to take it across midfield before going out of bounds. And they'll send out their punter now as he'll punt it away for the 2nd time. And this one will not be returnable as it sails out of bounds.
Dublin's offense now set to take over.
And our game's hit a little bit of a lull here, a little bit of a snag. Punts on back-to-back drives.
And old school coaches don't necessarily mind that. Didn't turn it over, right? Didn't create a big play for the other team. Right now what you're looking for is, can you gain an advantage in field position? And that's what both teams are seeking right now.
Yeah, they'll be seeking to gain that advantage here on this drive. On 2nd down, Manuel. And he'll get it out near the 40 to the 39. 2 yards, good enough for a first.
2nd and inches is oftentimes an invitation for an offense coordinator to take a big shot downfield because he feels like he can come back on 3rd down and pick up the 1st down. But sometimes you just don't want to break tendency. Stay with what you are, stay with who you know, and go get the 1st down. That's exactly what they did.
It's a 6-yard gain on the ground, and that'll make it 2nd and 4.
Well, you certainly have to give a little credit here because they're playing this game now at their pace. This is ball control football, sustained runs, taking their time, and making it work.
To throw on 2nd down, Drew.
And they'll get this down to around the 47-yard line.
So on the other side of the field now, it's 1st and 10 as they've got things rolling on this drive. Now a handoff up the middle. Floyd brought down, but after we saw a flashy little move, stopped short of the 40. Looking to throw on 2nd down. Drew.
That one thrown away from the pocket. The officials kind of looking at each other, but they'll say there was a receiver in the area, so no penalty, just an incomplete pass.
Here's the 7th play of this drive. This is 3rd and 4. Back to throw.
Drew finding Johnson on the out route. That's complete. And he's going to be taken down just shy of the 35.
As an unbiased observer, I think it would have been interesting to see what they would have done if they hadn't gotten the first down there. But since they did, I guess the point is moot.
Yeah, they were right there in that middle ground, field goal range, punt, go for it. But as you said, they picked it up. So from the 36 now, 1st and 10. Looking to throw. Drew. Over the middle into traffic, and that's complete. And they're not going to get to the line to run another play. So we will switch ends as the 3rd quarter has come to a close. This is the National Football League on EA Sports. On 1st down, Manuel. And they've got it in the red zone now, down at about the 19. This drive's taken more than 3 minutes off the clock already as they come up on 2nd down. Back to throw. Drew. And a quick throw here, that's complete.
And they've got this down to about the 12-yard line. From down at the 12, it's 1st and 10.
Looking to throw. Drew looking left side, and he's got a man. That's Floyd. And he is going to lose yardage here. He was unable to shake free there, and they'll cover him for a loss of a yard.
It looked like the defense, they were ready for that one.
Really left him almost no room to work after catching the ball. He could throw every move in the book at him. They were there, and they tackle him for a loss.
To throw on 2nd down. Drew. And this one incomplete. Too much contact to hold on to that one, and it's 3rd down. On 3rd down, Drew. He'll be hit and taken down at the 21. Looks like a 9-yard loss, and it also brings up 4th.
I remember when I was a kid and all I wanted was a nickel so I could get that soda down at the fountain. And guess what? The nickel came into play well. 5 defensive backs, they covered well, allowed for the sacks.
Sodas were a nickel when you were a kid?
No, I just needed the extra nickel so I could pay the proper price.
Okay, how much were they? A dime? What were they?
15 cents.
And his kick is right there. It's good. And that'll push the lead up to 8. So yet another field goal to end a drive. That has been a very common theme. He's now hit 5 of them in this game.
Yeah, Brandon, as an offense, you hate that you've had to call on your kicker so often, but you have to love the fact that time and time again, he's come through.
And able to get this out to the 25. Portland's offense now about set to take over. The last series for him, a little disappointing, forced to punt. And now they'll try to do better here and come away with some points as they begin this drive, 1st and 10.
Throwing on 1st down. Cobb firing quickly here, and that's complete. And up to the 35 before they're able to knock him down. Ball up to the 35 now as they come up on 1st and 10. Here's Collins. And his rough afternoon continues. He's going nowhere again. Officially nothing on that last run. They'll try again 2nd and 10. Back to throw. Cobb. That's going to be brought in by Higgins. And he has a big gain inside the 40 before being dropped. That one good for 26 and a 1st down.
And that's a much-needed 1st down right there. Look, they're down by 8. So logic says they don't have to get a touchdown out of this drive. But the way things are going, I don't know if I'd put it in the hands of my defense here. You might not get the ball back at all. So if a fourth down situation comes up, I'm thinking hard about going for it right here and right now.
So on the other side of the field now, it's 1st and 10 as they've got things rolling on this drive. Looking to throw. Cobb. Over the middle, complete. It's Leonard.
And they'll work this down inside the 30.
And with that last play, he's now up over that 300-yard mark.
And in today's NFL, it almost feels routine. And I hate that when you talk about a 300-yard passing game. To me, 300 yards still signifies excellence, and he's achieved that in this performance.
And his pass is intercepted for the 4th time today. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back.
Boy, Charles, you hate to see this for a rookie quarterback. You're hoping it doesn't shake his confidence, but that confidence, it might be shaken because that is 4 interceptions for him now in this ballgame.
It has to be shaken. Wouldn't be human if you weren't. Doesn't matter whether you're a rookie or a veteran. 4 interceptions, you're not sure what you're doing out there. So to me as a coaching staff, I would think very hard about getting him out and trying it again another day.
Now this offense back out and set to go for their next drive.
They get the crucial turnover just huge, but now they've got the football deep in their own territory, and you got to be careful because if you give it right back, there goes your lead.
Have to be extremely happy with their defense. They received a gift. That takeaway, even though they're deep in their own territory, now they have the football. And you know there's always that alpha on defense, that grouchy guy. Forget what the coaches said. I'll guarantee you, he told the quarterback, we just took care of you. Now you take care of us.
On 3rd down, it's Floyd. And he will be very close to a 1st down, but I see the closed fist of the referee, and that means 4th down. Call it a 1-yard gain on the play, and it'll be 4th down. A tight game like this, such a tough spot for the offense to be in. Even though they have the lead, Charles, back up so close to their goal line, they got to protect the football.
And that's when you have to take care of your team with play calling as well. Not a lot of misdirection, not a lot of counters, not a lot of plays where you have extra ball handling. Get it right to the hands of your running back, tell him to take care of the ball, and try and move forward.
On is the punt team now as this one's sent away.
On the return, Johnson.
39-yard punt, 6 yards on the return. And this offense, they're going to have excellent field position. They take over with a 1st and 10 on the short side of the field.
Portland's offense now about set to take over. As this offense takes the field against CD. Remember last drive they were moving the football, but then they threw that costly interception, so we'll see if they can right the ship here on this drive.
And doesn't that just sum up football? We see it all the time, don't we? The defense goes from losing the battle to making a huge play and stealing the momentum. So you know they're riding high right now, and they're ready to challenge this offense and that quarterback one more time.
And we'll see if the offense is up for that challenge here as things start to get more interesting here in this second half.
And some room to maneuver. And he'll cross over out of bounds right at the 25. 16 yards, a 1st down.
Well, they certainly had their share of troubles running the football in this one, but this play is almost an extension of the running game right here. They set up the screen, let him work out in space on the perimeter, and he turns it into a big pickup.
On 1st down, Cobb. He finds his man, complete. That's Collins. And he's out of bounds, almost gets to the 10.
Now a 1st and 10 at the 11.
This is Collins on the handoff. And here he'll get it down to the 7. Gets a pickup of 4, and it'll bring up 2nd down. Up the middle they go. Glenn. And a little bit of space there. Takes it inside the 5 to the 3. And this offense on 3rd down today, they've converted 3 times in 8 chances. They're up against a 3rd and 1 situation. And he is into the end zone for a touchdown.
A great play there. His first rushing touchdown on the year. And the Lumberjacks have a chance to tie things up as they trail by 2 here in the 4th. So part 1 of what they needed is done. They get in the end zone. Now you have to imagine we'll see a try for 2.
And that's what the book says, but defensively, they can't hang their head right here. They've still got a chance to come out with the lead if they make a play.
All right, now a big 2-point conversion attempt still to come. They'll try and throw for it. And he's going to be sacked. They came after him. He couldn't get away. And this remains a 2-point game. So tried to throw it in for 2 points, but the D got home, brought him down.
Yeah, got home, which means there had to be good coverage. Just had nowhere to go with the ball. Typically, you try and throw quick hitters, quick slants, maybe even a quick fade. Nothing was open. He ends up getting sacked.
Set now to kick this one away, and off it goes. From a couple yards deep, he'll bring it out of the end zone. And they'll start this drive just across the 30. Pretty nice work on the return. Dublin's offense now set to take over. A little less than 4 minutes remaining, and the margin for error is small with this slim lead. Operate within your 4-minute offense here, Charles?
Definitely. Remember, the 4-minute offense doesn't always correspond to what's up on the clock. What they need to do is play a little bit of keep away right now. Run the clock down. Make sure their opponent doesn't get the ball back. Their dream scenario, get enough first downs and make them eat up their timeouts so the game ends when you're kneeling down with the football.
So it was already a gain on the completion, but tack on some more with that penalty.
Absolutely, and no matter what angle you're making the tackle from, you can't grab the face mask, and that's just putting your defense on its heels just a little bit more.
So a big penalty there on the face mask leads to 1st and 10. Back to throw. Drew. And he's left with no option here but to throw it away. After the incomplete pass, here now is 2nd and 10. Off the play fake. Drew. And look at this. They get the turnover they needed. It's intercepted. And he will take this all the way up past the 40-yard line. That's not one that he's going to want to remember, but he had to get it out of the way at some point, his first career interception.
And if he's the guy that they think he is, he's not laughing it off, but he's also not going to let it affect him as the game proceeds. He's going to go back out there, still be the same confident kid, the reason that they drafted him, and go out and play.
And now this offense comes back out onto the field. A golden opportunity for them now following the interception. They need to try to at least get 3. Obviously, a touchdown puts them in a much more secure position. Off play action. Cobb. And he can't find a receiver, and he's brought down. The defense rising to the challenge and setting him back on the sack.
And this dominant defensive performance continued on that play. This poor quarterback, he's not received the protection he needs and has had to pick himself up off the turf far too often.
Now then, after the sack, it'll be interesting to see what they have planned for 2nd and 23. Operating from the gun. Cobb. He finds his man. Complete. It's Collins. And he'll be brought down right around the 37. Possibly a turning point. Big play coming. This is 3rd and long. He's going to flip one out here to his running back. He did his best to just get 4 out of that, but not enough. And now 4th down.
That's certainly playing down and distance very well by the defense, isn't it? Take whatever you want underneath, by all means. And they'll try to squeeze in one more play here before the 2-minute warning.
As expected, they're going for it to keep the drive alive. And it's incomplete. They cannot convert, and they turn it over. Inside of 2 minutes remaining in a 2-point ball game. So it's our visitors with a football as we get you reset. They've got a 1st and 10 as they look to try and finish this one off. A run there on 1st down and a pretty good one of 5 yards, so make it 2nd and 5. And whistles, and we're going to have another stoppage of play as they call the timeout on defense with 1:53 left. On 2nd down now, Manuel, and he'll be upended at the 33 following a gain of 3. And guess what? It brings up 3rd down. Looking to throw. Drew, and he'll be brought down at the 27. Wow, a personal foul at this stage in the 4th. Hard to believe.
Really hard to believe, and now that glow of hope that you had begins to flicker out, doesn't it?
Yep. So the yellow flag came out, and that leads to a new set of downs for this offense. 1st and 10. Now a handoff up the middle. Manuel. Now the defense will burn their 3rd and final timeout as they'll talk things over prior to this upcoming 2nd down play. They'll keep it on the ground. Manuel down to the 6-yard line on a pickup of 6 as he gets halfway to the goal line. On 3rd down, Manuel. And he will have the 1st down before he's brought down at the 3. It's a gain of 3 there, and that should be just about all she wrote.
But they picked up a little bit of yardage there, and now, in this situation, should be in no hurry to run a play really fast. Let the clock wind down.
It's 1st and goal, and a late touchdown at this stage could officially salt this one away. Victory very much in sight now as they'll take a knee.
Well, this ball game was close throughout. Remember, it was neck and neck at intermission, neck and neck at the end, but a great job to come in here in a tough environment, Charles, and get the victory.
Yeah, tough environment indeed. How about all the people we can hear shouting from their seats right below us, partner? They weren't real happy that their team didn't keep the home field. How about how these visitors came in, calm every step of the way, even with all the pressure, and found a way to get out of here with a win.
So for our visitors, they did what they needed to do. They split their first 2 road games of the year. And they'll get another road test next week as they head to Philly to take on the Eagles. Meanwhile, for Portland, they will fall to 1-1. And they'll get a chance to redeem themselves at home next week. So for Charles Davis and our entire crew, I'm Brandon Gaudin. Next game, guess what? Charles and I will be here again. It's the NFL on EA Sports.